With SplitEQ, Eventide's structural split technology splits the incoming audio into transient and tonal signals based on the algorithm that we choose down here, as well as these individual parameters to tweak if necessary. The idea is you can then EQ and pan the transient and tonal components separately. The interface is really intuitive. Green controls apply to the transient signal, blue to the tonal signal, and when it's a light gray, it'll control both together. So for example, I can drag the blue handle to control the tonal element and booster cut it, and the transient separately. I can option click to snap them back, and if I use shift, I can adjust the width or Q. And when I drag them both together, it's a light gray color and acts as a traditional EQ band. Now we have the typical EQ plot over here where we can adjust all the bands separately, choosing between the different filter shapes, the slopes, and we can solo the tonal, transient, or both together for each band. Now as well, we can pan the signals, again, the tonal and transient components separately for each band, so you get frequency-based panning even if no booster cuts are used. And we can also click here and get a stereo width mode so we can get some stereo widening, again, based on specific EQ split points. I'm going to start by choosing full drum set for the structural split algorithm. And I'm going to switch the first band to a typical peak. And we can start by bringing up the transient for the kick drum. I'm going to look for where there's a bit of mud on the tonal component and bring that down. Let's get some crack on the snare. And I'll pull down some of the tonal component there. Finally, let's do a little boost overall at around 5K to just brighten everything up. I'll widen that a bit. Here's everything bypassed and enabled. Let's go to the panning and add some width to the mids. Here, I'm going to go in and choose the bass algorithm. And I've got a sampled bass with a lot of high-end attack, and it's being played in the upper end of its register, and I want to bring out more of the body of the sound. So I'm going to start by going to the tonal component at the low end and bringing up a nice big shelf. Somewhere around there. And I'm going to boost the body also at around 2.5. And I'm going to pull down the transient component at about 1.6K to help soften the attack of each note slightly. And I can do a global gain offset by dragging in the middle here. I'm going to start by choosing the guitar algorithm, and I'm going to pull down the transient component down low. I want to have this be a nice, soft, kind of warm sound. And let's bring up the tonal component around 2.5. In fact, let's solo that so we can really zero in on where we're affecting the sound. That's great. I'm going to go into the panning now and create some stereo imaging by separating the transient and tonal components. Again, some global gain offset. So we got a nice big stereo warm sound.
All I wanted to do was find myself.
I want to get this male vocal a bit deeper and fuller sounding. I'm going to start with some global offsets by pulling down the transients and boosting the body. That's better already. Now let's zero in on a few more tweaks. I'm going to pull down some of the transients down low.
I'm a fire and I'm burning bright.
And add a bit of body down there.
Ooh, let me show you.
Just a bit of snap and attack in the upper mids.
Ooh, let me show you.
Bit resonant around there.
Tonight is mine.
And let's turn on the filters at the top, and we can filter the transients a little more aggressively than the body, and that'll help.
Ooh, can you feel me reaching high? All I wanted to do was find myself and then find you. But I was lost in the forest all alone, with nothing left to lose.
So check out SplitEQ from Eventide.